Today we're going to learn about the story of Papa Figo. He is known as a ragged old man, hunchbacked and bearded, who usually wanders the city streets with a large sack on his back. His intention is to capture disobedient children who play alone in the streets and eat their livers. He has a bizarre appearance, very long fingernails, disproportionate ears and nose, and teeth that even look like those of a vampire. All he wants most is to find a child without the protection of an adult. He usually uses some tactics to lure his victims. There are reports of children saying that there was an old man in front of a school talking to a student. And he offered a toy. The boy didn't accept it. Then he offered candy and the boy accepted it. After that day, he was never seen again. Similar cases keep happening over the years. And what remains are families shattered by Papa Figo. Legend says that this man does these things with the children because he has a disease. And it's necessary for Papa Figo to eat the liver of a child. That's why he gets this name, which is a contraction of the word liver eater. By feeding on the organ, he believes his disease will be cured. You must be wondering why he only takes children and not adults or the elderly. There could be two explanations for that. The first is because children are easier for him to capture than an adult. He just throws them in the sack he carries on his back and leaves. Another explanation is because children are pure and their organs are brand new. In some versions of the legend, Papa Figo has some helpers who lure the children and bring the victims to him. After eating the victim's liver, he usually leaves some money next to the body for funeral expenses and even to help the family. If you like this video, leave your like and subscribe to this channel. Today we're going to meet a colossal monster that lives submerged in the depths of the oceans. It is known by the name Kraken, and when spoken aboard it causes panic and euphoria among the entire crew. Ah damn, not the Kraken. It's a kind of octopus that threatens the lives of sailors. This monster is the size of an island, with 100 tentacles at its disposal. It destroys any kind of vessel, from small boats to ships of large size. The Kraken easily wraps around vessels and slowly crushes them, causing serious damage to the structure and making them sink. The letter from the pirate Wetbeard was found inside a bottle stranded on an island in the Pacific. In it, there are impressive accounts of the encounter with this colossal creature.
The sea became rough even without the winds changing direction. The danger hadn't come from heavy clouds, but from the depths of the sea. Giant tentacles appeared on the horizon and
Then it rose.
our vessel. It felt like we were floating in the air. The creature let go and there was a great impact. The whirlpool that formed after it quickly dove into the sea was terrifying, and before perishing, I send this message to be read.
There are also other cultures saying that the god Poseidon had created Kraken and named him as the representative of the sea. However, years later, after some disagreements, Poseidon took away the title and rejected him, being cast out by his own creator into the depths of the ocean. Since then, from small boats to giant ships, whether unaware or even aware, those who sail near his location are fiercely annihilated by the ruthless Kraken. That's it, folks. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. Today we're going to learn about the legend of the Tree of Souls. Around 1845, in a small town in the countryside of Minas, there was an urban legend about the Tree of Souls. It stood in a grove behind the town. It was huge and hollow. There was an opening where people could go inside. The people believed that the tree was a shelter for hundreds of souls who were guardians and kept evil spirits away, helping the town to prosper. Once a year, on Good Friday at midnight, they would come out of the tree for a procession through the town. They walked through all the streets, each one holding their candle in hand, giving their blessing. The residents, in turn, out of respect, had to stay inside their homes with everything closed, including the curtains, until the procession was over. On one of those nights, a girl from the city decided to look out the window. She was amazed. Hundreds of people dressed in white were reciting something that couldn't be heard. She noticed that the people were not ordinary beings, as their bodies were somewhat transparent and luminous. Amazed by what she saw, she opened the window and jumped, following them. When the procession ended, the people returned to the woods. The girl hesitated a bit to follow them, but she thought if she had already come this far, why not keep going? Standing back behind some bushes, she spotted the tree and the people. They went in and disappeared. The last person in line stopped before entering, turned to the girl and looked into her eyes. She started walking toward her. For some reason, the girl didn't feel afraid and waited for the ghost to approach. The woman handed her the candle.
A gift for your courage. Thank you.
The woman returned to the tree. Before entering, she looked at the girl again and disappeared. When the girl looked at the candle again, it had turned into a femur. Frightened, she ran home and told her parents what had happened. Her worried parents sent her back to the woods and told her she should bury the femur under the tree because they didn't want a human bone inside the house. The girl was last seen entering the woods. Her footprints could be seen up to the tree, but she wasn't there. Legend says that the girl can be seen during the procession. She walks carrying her candle at the very end of the line of ghosts.